Welcome back to WCBC Review, where we put the spotlight on small businesses. Today, we are interviewing Sonia Saxena. How are you today, Sonia?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I am pretty good. Sonia, you're the owner of Salty Betch, right?
Yes, I am. Mhm.
That's awesome. And what exactly is Salty Betch?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people wonder that when they hear it. So, Salty Betch is my bath care line, and I do bath soaks. And the reason it's called Salty Betch is because I got into a car accident a couple years ago, and then also after having my child, I had been searching for different ways for self-care. And as we know, it could really pile up with activities to do and what I could do at home. And then that's when the pandemic hit. So perfect timing was that we in our household love taking baths, and we love taking that 20 minutes of self-care to oneself. So as I was going out and shopping at different stores like Target or some celebrity bath soap lines, and I had noticed that a lot of my ingredients that I've grown up with had been being used, but they weren't quite authentic. So that got me thinking to myself, how could I offer authentic ingredients and authentic blends with my authentic humor to everybody at not such a premium price? So that really was my goal, as into trying to how do I get my self-care to others and it be at a fair price? So that's what happened with that. And then Salty Betch was born. So I've always had this very quirky, sassy humor. And this is the way that myself and a lot of my friends and family look at life, with a lot of quirk. And it helps us during those moments just to be like, hey, you know what? We might have had a rough day, but let's maybe have a chuckle about it and acknowledge it and take that time to debrief and chill and with a bath and let the day go.
That's awesome. I love it. I love some of the names of your products too, like Karma is a Betch and
yes,
My Neck, My Back.
Yes, yeah, just definitely inspired by my upbringing. I've grown up in Canada and now live here in beautiful West Coast, and super excited for that to be back onto the West Coast, and wanted to just bring a lot of my bath soaks to people that enjoy a good chuckle.
Awesome. Yeah. So how long have you been in business with this?
Actually, our 1-year anniversary will be coming up in June of 2021. Thank you. And we've been in business for almost a year, and I've been very grateful, getting such great positive feedback from customers, from clients, from all over, loving the bath soaks and doing really, really well too in sex positive shops and also within the LGBTQ community. So it's just something we just are like taking and enjoying and throwing glitter around and having all that fun. We use eco glitter, which is plant soluble, so it does not affect the ocean. It doesn't affect your tub, doesn't affect the pipes, anything like that. And we use all natural ingredients, which is Himalayan salt from India. We use pure essential oils, and just I'm a chemist, like an alchemist in the lab, coming up with beautiful scents to give to people.
I love that. I'm sort of a perfume snob myself, so yeah. It's good to have that curated scent for sure.
Yes, and definitely no mud, no lotus was something, it's a huge mantra in my life. So it's definitely a mantra. I think right now I'm trying to, keep up for people, like, yes, there's a little bit of mud, but that's where we can really try to overcome challenges.
Yes.
Yeah.
So speaking of challenges, what was the toughest part, would you say, about starting your business in the beginning?
Starting the business, I think for me was it really did coincide with the whole lockdown. So once April happened and May happened, it was kind of a little bit stressful, as in, how do I get out to stores, or how do I connect with other people, because I'm a people connector and I like meeting people in person, and having the blocks and working around it has been a bit of a challenge. And also, to be honest, I understand like the financial climate for a lot of people right now too is really actually being able to save your dollars, or, you know, a lot of people have lost their job or cannot continue in small business, and a lot of mom and pop shops closing down. So all of these challenges, and looking at it and wanting to revisit also what business means to me and what small business means to me, and how I want to carry my small business forward so that I can reach more customers and also respect the situation that's going on too.
Yeah, it's definitely a fine line to walk. Like, how do you promote a product and not be tone deaf in the way of just like, just, you know, buy whatever you want.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I also wouldn't want to project toxic positivity, I guess, would be the way with other businesses. Like, so working with other businesses to see how they're doing and how I can help out, or where we can maybe compromise a bit more, where maybe in a pre-COVID world we wouldn't have as much. So I just feel like it's been challenging, but also because of those challenges, it's been a great way to connect personally with stores and with customers. And it actually motivates me more to want to stay in contact with my customers and finding out, hey, how's it going? Or how they enjoy the soak, and being able to really build that relationship so that I am getting the adequate feedback to successfully run my own small business. So yes, a lot of challenges, a lot of learning, but definitely welcoming it with grace.
Yeah, for sure. So in this COVID environment, have you found the internet to be helpful for you, or have you mostly stuck to brick and mortar shops?
I have mostly stuck to brick and mortar. That's my preference. I find I have a love-hate relationship with Instagram. So
yes,
like, I love posting, or, you know, but also keeping up with the algorithms, keeping up with, you know, posting every day, keeping up with how hashtags change, or all that it's super overwhelming. I feel it takes away out of my day. And if I could limit my time to only just do one quick post and get what my customer needs to hear out, is my goal with social media now, instead of, you know, making it a end all be all for my products to be advertised. Yes, but Instagram has also been great too with exposure. And I feel because we're in the pandemic, maybe we're using it more. But part of me feels that once things maybe go back to normal, whatever normal is, I feel like something else might be brewing up in the world from the challenges of Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
so that's kind of my little bit of business feeling.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I am curious to see where that goes. Yeah, maybe we'll boomerang back in the opposite direction. Just be like, I'm sick of social media.
Yeah,
I know. I worked as a social media manager for a YouTube star, and it was a lot. Like, it was so much that she couldn't do it on her own. She had to hire me to do it for her. And it was posting every single day. And I tried to stay really high quality, so we grew that following. But honestly, Instagram as a platform is good for selling, and it's good for retaining your current audience, and for like sending people to when they find you a different way, not online.
Yeah.
But as far as discovery goes, if you're looking for exposure, TikTok.
Exactly. So yes, I'm on it. I just got to get on it.
I know, it's another thing to add to your plate. Don't listen to me. Don't listen.
Because if I could limit 2 social media platforms right now into one that's a little bit, you know, going in a different direction, then sure. And also too, it's like, it's so challenging because I know a lot of us are questioning systems. We're questioning how, you know, certain products are being used. We're questioning how things are being relayed to us or exposed to us. So I just know, for me, in the long term, if it's possible to get away from this Facebook and Instagram platform and into something else a little bit more balanced, I'd be all over it, because that's Salty Betch. That's how it grew. We're against status quo. We're not your average business. We're about being out there. We're about being real. We're about balancing, like, maybe a more slow living life compared to a more fast-paced dog eat dog type of life. And also with social media too, I find it feeds a lot of the competition aspect inside of one, which I feel
Yes.
can really get you anxious in this very hyper anxious time. So
Mhm.
yeah, there's so many theories. I could talk 2 hours on that.
There's definitely a lot. There's definitely a lot. And I can for sure respect your wanting to step back and have that balance. You're not alone in that either.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the balance too. And just finding a way to
Yeah.
like post in a joyful way, like sharing something that I've learned or a win or asking questions for the community to tap in and see where people are at. But it is hard to take a step back and try and not play into like, okay, the algorithm says that these hashtags are hot, and really do that chasing of the algorithm, because it's never ending. It's truly
Yes.
never
And then it's set up that way, right? Do they
yeah.
not want that? They want it that way, or
Mhm.
that's how the extra service gets paid. Like
Mhm.
it's just one of those things. Yeah. And I'm just straight up like, hey, here, I got awesome bath salts. Come on over. And we always have fun things going on Salty. But if I decide that I want to take 2 days of a break or take a week off of social media and then have to come back to a completely obliterated algorithm, I'm just not letting that get to me anymore. Like, it's okay. Like, it's, I'm not taking my value out of followers or how much I post. And I think drawing that boundary now for myself has allowed me to have a more freedom and think of alternatives and different ways I can reach my audiences.
Yeah,
So yeah.
for sure. And I don't know if your following would be obliterated. I've definitely seen some people take breaks and they come back just fine. And there's
Yeah.
also scheduling posts.
Yes.
Facebook lets you schedule posts across both Facebook and Instagram in
Mhm.
Business Manager thing. So I use that a lot.
Okay.
For sure.
I gotta get on that too. Yes.
So if you had to look a year in the future for your
Mhm.
business, like best case scenario, where do you want it to take you? Where do you want it to be in a year?
In a year,
Mhm.
I would hope that Salty B is in everybody's bathtub in a year. But I'm really hoping to get a handle on the West Coast. It's where I've been born. Fifth generations of my family have been just, we're excited and we want to bring our new ideas and we want to bring our freshness to the West Coast and really just be loud and glittery and out there. And I'm excited for that. So I'm hoping by next year we are just thriving just like now, and that we are, I have some exciting new soaps coming out. I'm always creating in the lab, so more products, and I'm hoping to be in every sex positive shop that there is. I'm all about positivity in those areas, partial proceeds to domestic violence and ending sexual violence. So we are all about initiatives that are working on ideas or projects or theories that are doing the research. And so that we can get the adequate information out to really help people. So being at a level where we can also give back.
That's great. How would you keep up in a increase in demand? Do you make all your salts yourself, or do
I
you?
do. So it really is like I'm a kind of a one-woman show at the moment, but I have tons and tons of help from my partner, and he is just great at, like I think we were talking from the beginning, he's awesome at all the technical things and really beneficial. But so both of us have been working on that quite a bit, like how to have our own communication in our relationship, and then business communication, and then, balancing also our child. And then moving forward, I would hope to do more since we have a virtual assistant now. So, being able to delegate some tasks for them to work on. And then hopefully too, I'm able to have a staff. That'd be awesome to see who wants to join the Salty Betch team and just create more and more. So there's a lot of unfolding of new processes.
Great. Well, I'm rooting for you for
Yeah,
sure.
thank you.
So right now, what's the number one way that you currently bring in new customers?
Number one way, I would probably think Instagram, and also word of mouth. A lot of word of mouth has been happening. It's like, and then which I love, it's old school marketing, and it's still going on. So let's not, we should still believe in word of mouth. And yes, that's exactly how one of the shops, yoga studio in St. Louis picked up Salty Betch because their friends were picking it up in Colorado. And so, just having myself out there, I'm hoping to be at more pop-up events and hoping to be at more markets. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're winding down our interview, and the question that I like to close with is, if you had a new business owner in front of you and they're just starting out, what advice would you give them?
You are going to want to pull your hair out on some days. And those days that you do, remember to take a big, huge breath, believe in yourself, remind yourself you're there for your reason and you're doing it, and just continue that way. That, business is a roller coaster, and especially right now. And just to be open to, there's going to be a left, there's going to be a right, there's going to be a really far down sometimes, there's going to be a really far up, but just remembering for yourself why you're there and what you're there for, and just kind of doing those 5 whys and reminding yourself, because I think it's very easy to get, like we were talking before, to get caught up in the moment or get caught up in all these external, forces trying to get ahead right now in small business. And it's very easy to get disheartened. It's very easy for that inner critic to pop up and get in there and be like, what are you doing? This is stupid. Why are you stupid? Or the whole idea is stupid. And, I just don't waste your time. Just remember your why.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sonia, well, thank you so much. And where can people find Salty Betch?
Find me on Instagram at Salty Betch Shop. You'll also find me on Facebook at Salty Betch Shop, and then our webpage at www.saltybetch.com.
Awesome. Well, everybody definitely go check out Sonia's salty products. They are very affordable and they're very fun. And I know that I'll definitely be picking up a couple because I love it so much.
Yeah, and chronic. So
ooh,
what we've got new out. So yeah, no, thank you. Thanks for taking the time out and speaking with me.
It's my pleasure.
Yes.
Great. Well, make all your business dreams come true, Sonia. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.